Using ReScript, we're going to use the Chrome runtime to programmatically inject a widget onto the page in order to interact with its content. So in order to send messages from our pop-up over to our content, we have to go through background. And then adding some permissions in order to control our tabs. Add an npm script to move our background. Now we can create a new file for our service worker and then set up some listeners for our ports. And so here we can register our ports by name. When the content connects, it'll add it to the listener map so that it can send messages over to the content port. And I like to send a bit of data over the port. We can send a tag and maybe some payload data along with it and check it later, but we'll set that up in the future. So I wanted to show you kind of the plain JavaScript version of connecting to the Chrome runtime. And now here we'll write some bindings in order to use ReScript to connect to the Chrome runtime as well. And now we have bindings to the add listener on the runtime as well as through ports. Some light refactoring to only load the app and subsequently the widgets only after we get the message to do so from the pop-up. And since I haven't converted this component yet to ReScript, we'll go ahead and just connect in plain JavaScript, literally the same thing, and create a pop-up component with a click handler. Clicking on our button will send a message over to the background service worker, and then that'll forward it over to the content and then load our app along with our widget. And then holding onto our port so we can send messages around later. And here we have to fix a typo. Our widget doesn't do much beyond a simple console log, but we'll change that here shortly. Let's add our first widget and set up some props. I really like how simple ReScript makes working with React. And now we can find the element we want to inject our widget into. And now we kind of get to actually use the power of ReScript and leverage ReScript's types in order to safely query the DOM. And if our element is present, we can inject our component into it. This maybe video title L is an optional value. So if it is there, then we can run this function on it, taking in the video title element and calling React DOM.createPortal, passing it the view and that element. Now let's go ahead and use our component. The amount of times I've been bitten by this typo, let verse type, as well as DOM, capital D-O-M. Now everything's built and bundled and wired together, so we can go ahead and load our title checker widget. In the next video, we'll start to analyze the video title, and if it's too long, provide some user feedback, warning us and letting us know so we can change it. Thanks for watching.